Welcome to all. I am Dr. M.R. Kadam, Assistant Professor at Department of Chemistry, Balasaheb Desai College, Patan. Now we learn new topic colorimetry and spectrophotometry, which is most commonly used for accurate analysis. In colorimetric and spectrophotometric analysis, we can analyze any colored substance or substance which gives colored solution by chemical reaction. Quantitative analysis uses the intensity of colored solution which is directly related to the concentration of the colored species present in the solution. To determine the unknown concentration of analyte in the solution, its color intensity is compared with the color intensity of the known concentration solution, that is standard solution of the same analyte prepared in same manner. A simple instrument used for the colorimetric analysis is called a colorimeter or color comparator. Colorimeter used in visible region, that is from 400 to 760 nanometer, mostly for repetitive analysis. The spectrophotometer is used in UV as well as visible region, that is from 185 to 800 nanometer for very accurate measurements. When the light falls on any homogeneous medium, it is divided in three parts. Some light is reflected, some is absorbed, and remaining is transmitted. If IO is the intensity of incident light and IR, IA and IT are the intensities of reflected, absorbed and transmitted light respectively, then we can write the equation IO is equal to IR plus IA plus IT. For transparent material or solution, the intensity of reflected light is very small, that is about 4%, and can be eliminated. Therefore, our equation becomes IO is equal to IA plus IT. This equation suggests that light falling on transparent solution divided only in two parts, that is some light is absorbed and remaining is transmitted. The quantitative analysis by using the colorimeter and spectrophotometer is based on the principle called Beer's-Lambert's law, or simply Beer's law. The Beer's law can be stated as when a beam of monochromatic light passes through a colored solution, the rate of decrease of intensity of the light with the thickness of the colored solution is directly proportional to the intensity of the incident light as well as the concentration of the solution. Mathematically, this law is given by the equation minus di by dt is directly proportional to I and C. Therefore, minus di by dt is equal to KIC. This equation is rearranged to di by I is equal to minus Kc dt, where C is the concentration of solution in moles per decimeter cube and K is the proportionality constant, also called as a molar absorption coefficient, which depends upon the wavelength of the light and the nature of the absorbing substance. If IO is the intensity of light before entering the absorbing solution, that is when T is equal to 0, and the intensity of light IT after passing through the thickness T of the solution, then on integrating above equation between the limits and assuming the concentration C remains constant, the integration of di by I from I0 to IT is equal to minus integration of Kc dt from the t is equal to 0 to t is equal to t. The integration of 1 upon I di is log base e I, hence left side becomes log it minus log io and rearranged to log it upon I0. The integration of 1 upon I di is log base e I, hence left side becomes log it minus log io and rearranged to log it upon io. The integration of dt is t, hence right side becomes minus kct. Therefore, by taking antilog on both sides, equation becomes it by io is equal to e raised to minus kct. By changing the log base e to 10, we get the equation it by io is equal to 10 raised to minus 0.4343 kct. This equation can be rearranged to it is equal to io 10 raised to minus epsilon ct, where epsilon is equal to 0.4343 k, that is molar extension coefficient of the absorbing solution. The above equation is the mathematical expression of Beer's law, and it can be stated when a monochromatic light passes through the colored solution, the amount of light transmitted decreases exponentially with increase in concentration of the colored substance and thickness of the solution. Now let us see some terms which are helpful for quantitative analysis by colorimetry and spectrophotometry. The first term is transmittance or transmission. It is defined as the fraction of the incident light transmitted through the thickness T of the solution. That is T is equal to IT upon IO. Now the second term, opacity, which is nothing but the reciprocal of transmit. Therefore, opacity is equal to 1 upon T, that is equal to IO upon IT. Now the third term, which is much useful for quantitative analysis, is optical density D or absorbance A. This is defined as it is a logarithm of opacity. Therefore, D is equal to log base 10 IO upon IT, as T is equal to IT upon IO, D is equal to log base 10 1 upon T. Therefore, optical density, that is absorbance, is the logarithm of reciprocal of transmission. The fourth term is molar extension coefficient, that is epsilon. From the Beer's law, we have IT upon IO is equal to 10 raised to minus epsilon Ct. The minus sign is removed, hence equation becomes IO by IT, that is equal to 10 raised to epsilon Ct. By taking log on both sides, we have log base 10 IO upon IT is equal to epsilon Ct. Since log base 10 IO upon IT is equal to D, the equation becomes D is equal to epsilon Ct. When C is equal to 1 moles per decimeter cube and T is equal to 1 centimeter, then above equation becomes D is equal to epsilon. Hence, molar extension coefficient epsilon can be defined as the optical density when the layer of the solution is 1 centimeter thick and the concentration of solution is 1 moles per decimeter cube. The other term, called as specific extinction coefficient, it is defined as optical density per unit path length and unit concentration, that is ES is equal to D by Ct. To learn the deviation from the Beer's law, let us consider the plot between the absorbance and concentration. The linearity portion of the curve indicates that in this concentration range, the given solution at given temperature, Beer's law gives accurate results, and above this concentration range, Beer's law gives relatively less accurate results. That is, this solution shows deviation from Beer's law. And the deviation from Beer's law may occur when colored solute ionizes or associates or forms complexes in solution. Second, large amount, that is high concentration of solute present in the solution. This law also shows deviation when temperature is not kept constant. After some time, color of colored compound increases or decreases, or when the monochromatic light is not used.